Hi, I'm Brad Pfeffer from Sugar Research Australia. In this cane clip today we're in Bundaberg and we're going to be talking to SRA technician Jill Jennings about soldier fly research.
So we don't really know what the soldier fly, why the cane doesn't return. It's not like they've eaten the roots off like cane grubs do. So is it a toxin that they inject in? We don't really know what it is, but it certainly, stops the cane returning, hence the weeds we're in amongst here, because, the plants just didn't come back up after harvest. So it certainly affects the returning of the crop. They're only small, and at the moment, all your options are take this out, completely fallow it, make sure there's no grass, no weeds in here at all for at least 12 months. Maybe you could put some soybeans in to get a bit of a commercial crop, and that involves working the soil as well. We don't have a chemical, we don't have any other options. The only treatment strategy you have is to try and break the life cycle to reduce the population. So the point of what we've been doing in these research trials is to look at what happens if we try applying an insecticide into the furrow at planting. Will that help just slow down the infestation into your plant crop to give you a bit longer? So if we can try and at least slow that down, because we've had very little success treating into returns. So trying the planting furrow where you're getting a wider band, see whether that helps having a wide band of insecticide rather than just a narrow slit. That's the point of that, This one here is a chemical trial. So as you can see at the moment, it all looks lovely cane, so that's all plant cane. So that was applied as sprays of different liquids into the plant furrow and then covered straight away to protect the chemical from sunlight. So I've looked and there were very few gaps in here. It's been a very good germination of the plant crop. So we will come back now after it's harvested, when it starts to return. I'll count shoots again to see how it's coming up. Look for count the gaps, just to assess how it's returning. And I'll also start digging, see if I can find any soldier fly, particularly in the untreated control plots. So if there's soldier fly in the untreated plots, then I can look at the chemicals. Otherwise, there's no point looking at the chemicals. And see what the numbers are. I'm very hopeful, given that this bit here was so full of soldier fly, that hopefully there's a whole lot of babies gone into there, and so that I will have something to look at the chemical trial. So, and that may be very exciting actually, Brad, is that I haven't picked up too many little tiny baby ones in here, which may well mean that when they flew, they didn't want to stay in here. They have actually chosen to go into that nice plant crop right against it. So, may all be good, yes. Yeah. We can't say that something worked if it hasn't got an infestation of the pest. But they're very weak flyers. So that was one of the great things about this trial site, is that being just two half blocks, so there's not even a winch track between, it's just butted right up against it. So I'm hopeful that we'll get some good results out of this trial.
The research trials are a collaboration between SRA and productivity service organisations at Maryborough, ISIS, Bundaberg and Mackay. They're looking at varietal differences and chemical treatments.
They're both variety trials. So one at ISIS, one at Maryborough and one at here in Bundaberg district as well, which are variety trials. So Bundaberg has chosen 14 varieties, ISIS and Maryborough have chosen 7, I think. Varieties that we're screening, so they're current varieties that we've put out in replicated plots to see if some varieties are more tolerant of soldier fly, less impacted by soldier fly, so that if you've really got a problem, you know, choose that variety over one that's more susceptible, just to try and help farmers out in that sort of information.